I like that a lot, especially the butterflies. I knew you were a fan, but I didn't know you were so animated about it. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
always around. You know how that is.
Indeed. Hello there, everyone. I'm Jim Baumgartner. I'm your co-host of What Is This? The Newton County Holler, brought to you by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce, which is represented by my friend Tonette Madison.
Yes. I'm excited to be here.
So now let's help everybody out as we get right into this. What is the Newton County Holler?
Well, it's a webcast brought to you by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce for Newton County Chamber members to promote their business, to see what's happening next week. We're really planning on plugging into the community in a lot of different ways. We're going to have a lot of fun. We need a lot of input from the community. I'm interested in what they'd like to see.
Getting involved is very much important because again, there's a lot of wonderful stories out there, and we just hope to help you tell them. And as
That's
such, you too can get involved.
That's right. You
And
can go ahead and tell them about that, Jim.
well, see, and that's the thing. It's like I say, in getting involved, number one, you can reach out to the Newton County Chamber of Commerce by way of their website, social media links, stopping by the office, saying hi, things you'd like. What are the stories that you would like to see told and shared? And that is just one aspect of the Newton County Holler that we hope to stress and push and let people know about. And another one being, you can also sponsor the program, get a little extra something, something when it comes to the presentation of the show. One such incredibly awesome person, actually persons plural, over at Curtis Heating and Cooling, because this week and maybe many more, they're going to be sponsors of the Newton County Holler because they see the vision that is happening here. So there's so much to say about them. So, Tonette, you should.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we picked a fine time to try to interview an HVAC company in December when it turned cold. But I got to tell you, these folks have sure done a lot for the chamber already. We needed their services back in the summer, and they went above and beyond, let me say. And you know, they've been around for years. Jim, I remember them working at the school when I was in the school. They worked at my house. My parents built a house. And then most recently, 2 or 3 years ago, I went to my grandma's and they were there working on her furnace. So they're just always there, dependable, always have been. And like I say, they just really helped us out in the summertime. Can't say enough about them. There's some great folks. And we're glad to
Indeed.
have them as chamber members.
Very,
Absolutely.
and very much appreciated to show support for this vision of reaching further and wider, sharing the good news and good times that can be found in Newton County, Arkansas. So
That's
again,
right.
Curtis Heating and Cooling, thank you very much for making the Newton County Holler possible. Now, another thing that makes the Newton County Holler extremely possible is hollering, and this is how you too can do that. So,
That's right. We're going to
cool.
let folks holler out to us. They can do that either by using info at newtoncountychamber.com. And we're going to ask a question this week, Jim. We want to hear what everybody's favorite hidden gem is in Newton County. So if you'll throw that back up, folks can reach out either through that email or on our social media and use the hashtag Newton County Holler. Or if you'd like to hear us shout out a birthday for someone coming up, let us know. And you can share that the same way, either info at Newton County Chamber or our social media. Be sure and use the hashtag Newton County Birthdays.
See, and that's a lot of fun because being an old radio guy, I used to get a kick out of that whenever folks would call in, want us to say happy birthday to somebody. It's just fun, you know. And
It is.
also, what's really cool is this will actually, it gives people the opportunity to tell us about, you know, wishing a happy birthday to someone who's crossed that century mark. And that is like so cool because then if you didn't know and you do know them, give you the opportunity to go chat with someone who's seen more than you could possibly believe and like ground reports. And speaking of which, and I know we're going to come up to this here in just a minute with the Monday Minute, but you've got a piece in there that I truly appreciate for this week. That, like I say, we'll get to that here in just a few, but just making sure we've got everything that we need to talk about here. And before we get to the Monday Minute, one of the things about the Newton County Holler that is really like a hub, staple, focal point, spotlight that we really want to stress to the personalities and the peoples that add the color to the area as well as the ones who are going above and beyond to create new things to keep legacy, history, and more alive. And one of those folks is Travis Holt. Now, you may know Travis, but now you're going to know him a little bit better.
Well, my name's Travis Holt. I was born in Harrison, raised in Newton County. Grew up there at Vendor, where I often write about in my books and stories and things like that. My Holt line has been there since the 1850s, so a lot of family history there. But I'm kind of a local author, historian, current president of the Newton County Historical Society.
Now, is this your first book?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a collection of stories and things I picked up on, but I'll give you a short rundown. It was basically just a collection of stories. It started off with I mark unmarked graves as one of my, that's kind of my life's work is what I consider it. And I began writing stories about the graves I would mark, and then I would go interview people and get their side of the story and things. And it led into several articles being published through my website, or through my blog rather, and we just compiled them into my first book. It was entitled Red Rock Shadow.
How can folks get a copy of it?
They can pick it up at a couple different locations. They have them at the Newton County Historical Society. It is available online through Amazon as well, and it's also at the Mountain Judy Mercantile. And I sell the lines. I would say the lion's share of them I sell in person. People contact me through Facebook or they call, and I'll just, I keep them with me all the time. I've sold, I think, 3 at work last week. So
You might guess Travis is one of my favorite people.
I can see that, and I can see why. He's a really, really nice guy. When I had the opportunity to go out there to Clay Maxey Ford and introduce myself and grab that little interview, I tell you, just a nice guy and so sincere in his efforts. And
he is. He does a tremendous job, and he does a lot.
Well, what's funny is again, this is like one of those things, like if you remember those old commercials where, you can never lie to your beautician, when it came to like hair color. Well, one of the things that I kind of ape off of that a little bit is like, you can also never lie to your editor, right? And going in and looking back at the video when I was putting it together with Travis, when he says my life's mission, you look at his eyes, back up this video, go look. When he says he's not kidding. He's very, very sincere in his efforts and everything that he's done with Red Rock Shadow. And that, again, I tip my hat to that because it's a lot of work. It really is. And then still, just doing it as a side thing. This is not like, Travis's main source of income. No. This is truly passionate work. And so, yeah, I think it's fantastic. And
he is. When I visit with Travis, I'm always, he talks about he's so young. That's what, compared to me. He's young, and so he starts talking or asking about things in history, and I'm like, is that history really? Yeah, but it is to him, and he's interested in it all. He is a wonderful person.
Yeah, and again, in the way that he kind of came into focus for the Newton County Holler Inside Baseball, right? We ran through a couple different like pilots, if you will, testing things out, and it was cool because Travis at that time was doing a presentation for the Newton County Library's 30th anniversary celebration. And now the reason I bring this back around is because you can learn, if you didn't know there was such a thing as the Newton County Library's 30th anniversary celebration, you would be totally up in the know if you plugged into the Newton County Chamber's Monday Minute newsletter, which I do believe is something you'll want to take a look at right now.
You can find all this and more in the Monday Minute from the Newton County Chamber. Send us an email at info@newtoncountychamber.com if you'd like to receive that. Osage Clayworks has these beautiful Christmas angels at 40% off for the month of December. Friends of the Newton County Library have their December silent auction until December 31st, and look at the cool stuff they have this time. That happens every month, folks. Ozark Opportunities Community Needs Assessment is open until December 31st. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Amanda at the Ozark Co-op. And it's almost time for an American Legion breakfast. I believe that'll be January 4th. Also, there will be fish again at the Senior Center on January 3rd, weather permitting. And of course, all of us here at the Newton County Chamber wish you a very Merry Christmas week.
That I really do. And that was again, now that was, ladies and gentlemen, another Inside Baseball. That was my first look at that video that Tana put together. And I think it looks fantastic. And the better part is, okay, it's a great overview, and it is something that should really encourage you to go to the Newton County Chamber's website and get signed up for the Monday Minute, because I tell you, as a guy who has been like in the media industry like forever, this is like one of the best structured, informative news email newsletters I've ever seen. I truly, truly love it. And it was funny because earlier when I had mentioned like you had one thing in there, and it wasn't in the video, so people are going to have to now go and get signed
Oh,
up for the newsletter to see this, because I love how you pull up the articles from way back when. And for this issue's article, it's this is very serendipitous for me, because this is pulling back from Newton County 67 years ago, December 23rd, 1957, with Governor Faubus when he came through the area. And here's the thing for me that, like, again, when it comes to the things that I'm doing just a little to the north of Newton County and Boone County, and specifically in Harrison, that I found very, very striking and wonderful is like when he, in the article, we're talking about, quoting the former governor, he thinks that Newton County, which is all scenic, will be the future center of tourist interest. You got that one right. And that Harrison is its gateway, as well as being the gateway to the Great Lakes there in Newton County. And the thing that's so profound about that is it shows how all of this region can work together so well, doing what they do best. And like with Harrison being a hub and a gateway to come through, Newton County is that destination. And he knew it all the way back in 1957. That's before there was a Dog Patch USA, and definitely long before John L. Morris bought Dog Patch USA and all of that, and what's coming in the future. So again, history is our friend. And that's one of those things that makes me and Tonette friends. Is a
it
love
is
of
really,
history.
that's where we met at the museum. It's really serendipitous that was, like you said, that was December 23rd. So it was exactly 67 years ago today. And they're still talking about the things that we've been talking about that for as long as you and I have known each other, the
Hmm.
exact same things. And I suspect they were just building the dams and lakes in 1957, about that time up on North Fork and Bull Shoals and in that area. And Fulvis was talking about that. But yeah, they've been talking about it longer than that too. But it is very serendipitous how those articles, because I look, they have to be at least in the same month to share. And a lot of times they're really on point.
And
It's really nice.
that one, like I said, that one really jumped out. I'm like, man, I have been saying that for months now. Again, what I'm doing up here, and I was like, man, that one's going into scrapbook. I need that one. That's proof positive, and that's awesome. Now, as we're getting closer to kind of closing things up, you'll notice the pretty scenery behind us, especially Tonette. Tell us about that background picture.
Clint Tolliver took this picture, and I chose it for the Newton County Photo of the Week that we also feature in the Monday Minute on Mondays. So this was my favorite this week. It's one of my favorite places. You'll probably see it again, because the good thing about this virtual studio is I get to be anywhere I want to be. So this could get interesting.
And you get to stay warm and your socks dry no matter where you may be sitting virtually, right?
That's right. I have a heater going on my feet right now.
Saying like this one's fun, but it's like the view I've got. If I look over here, I'm kind of getting mooned, but that's okay. I don't take offense to it. It is
It's
what it is.
great. Can you just lean over just a bit? Oh, I thought there was another one behind you. No. Okay.
No, no, no. Just the moonshine alley there.
It's a gorgeous
But
alley.
it is a whole lot of fun. But we need to wrap this thing up, because we've made it through the very first official episode 1 edition of the Newton County Holler. And I'm telling you, this has been a whole lot of fun. I'm truly honored to be a part of this journey with Tonette and the Newton County Chamber. And boy, I can't wait until we do it again.
Right. It's exciting. Again, let's remind folks, what's your favorite hidden gem in Newton County? Give us a shout out there, either at the email or hashtag Newton County Holler on our social media. And also birthdays. We're willing to shout out birthdays for folks. We may even put some cute graphics in there as well. Sponsors, let us know. We're in the middle of a membership drive with the chamber, so you'll probably be hearing some about that. It's going to be a lot of work for the month of January, but if you're interested in that, reach out to us. We've got a little wrap up here at the end, I believe, of our year. It's 2024. We could have tacked some things onto the end, not the least of which is the Holler. We're excited with this edition and can't wait for the next one.